You know, there were plenty of upsets at tonight's Golden Globes, but there was one winner that I did not see coming. Saul. He had to be there. What's going on, you guys? James here, and today I'm breaking down the winners and the losers of some of the major categories at this year's Golden Globes. It was the 78th annual Golden Globes award ceremony, and I'm super excited to talk about some of the upsets, some of the wins that made me scratch my head, and of course the issue of the fact that the Hollywood Foreign Press does not have a single black voter on their panel. That's upsetting. They addressed it for 30 seconds. It's not enough, but it's one of many problems that they'll hopefully tackle together. Now guys, before we get into my reaction, my breakdown, if it's your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James, where I do this all the time. So if you don't want to miss out on reviews, reactions, and us talking about the news, go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, and tap on the bell so you don't miss out on anything new. Smash that like button, and guys, get loud down below. Let me know which was your favorite win and which win upset you the most. Alrighty guys, so let's get into it. So let's start with a couple of back-to-back wins that made me the happiest. Now, before I do get into this as well, guys, I gotta let you know, I didn't dive too much into TV because I don't know too many of the different nominees and I felt bad speaking on it, so we're gonna be doing a very movie heavy video today. So okay, let's get into those wins. It started with Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah. It was so great seeing him win, and it's well deserved, especially when you consider the other nominees. Now, not saying that they were bad, I mean, outside of Jared Leto being a very questionable nominee, but what I will say is that this was a well deserved win. He poured his entire heart and soul out into the role. It's my favorite movie of the year so far in 2021, and it's definitely worthy of many awards at the Oscars, crossing my fingers for that one. And then you have John Boyega winning for Small Axe, Best Performance by an Actor in a Television Supporting Role. So you had Daniel Kaluuya winning in a supporting role, and then you had John Boyega in a supporting role, and I'm thinking to myself, this night is great. I love the fact that John Boyega got picked. I am a huge fan of his, clearly, and it meant a lot to him as well because he went live on Instagram and made me feel a lot of feelings. And even though I said I wasn't diving too much into TV, there were some TV shows that I watched and I felt like I could speak on it a little bit, so let's start with this next category. Best Performance by an Actress in a Limited Series, Anthology Series, or Motion Picture Made for Television. We had Cate Blanchett, Daisy Edgar-Jones, Shira Haas, Nicole Kidman, and Anya Taylor-Joy. And of course, Anya Taylor-Joy took home the award for The Queen's Gambit. I was so happy. I picked her to win, but I didn't think she would win. I don't know. There was this weird last minute feeling that, okay, maybe my prediction is a little off, but I'm so glad she took it home. It's her first ever Golden Globe, and it's well deserved. She was amazing as Beth in The Queen's Gambit. I couldn't be happier for her, and I think there are many more awards in her future as well. And then you had The Queen's Gambit taking home another award for Best Television Limited Series. It went up against Normal People, Small Axe, The Undoing, and Unorthodox. I actually had Small Axe winning here, and I was surprised that they did not win, especially after John Boyega won for Supporting Actor in Small Axe. So really cool to see Queen's Gambit win, but whether it be them or Small Axe, I would have been happy. Alrighty, so continuing with this television trend, guys, let's get into the winner for Best Performance by an Actress in a Television Series Drama. The nominees here were some that I was familiar with, some that I wasn't. Admittedly, I've never watched The Crown, but I hear that it is an excellent show, and it did take home a lot of awards this year at the Golden Globes, but the big winner here was Emma Corrin for The Crown. She also had her co-star Olivia Colman in the same category, so I was a little surprised. And for Best Television Series Drama, I should have known that The Crown was going to win, but my pick was Lovecraft Country, and unfortunately Lovecraft did not win. The Crown ended up becoming the big winner in that category. I'm not upset, but guys, Lovecraft Country is like on another level. No other TV show was doing what it did in 2020. I'm so sad that no other actor or actress got nominated from that amazing ensemble cast in the Golden Globes. That is, of course, a bigger issue in terms of diversity when it comes to HFPA, and I'm just mad about Lovecraft being shafted like that. Anyway, moving on. So we're getting into the motion picture side of things, guys, with Best Original Score. I thought that James Newton Howard was going to win for News of the World. I don't know, some weird feeling in the pit of my stomach, but we ended up getting Soul as the big winner, or Saul. Again, you had to be there. Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, and Jean-Baptiste won for Soul, and I think it was a very well-deserved win. The score there was beautiful, and it really blended together jazz and a very otherworldly feel when we see, of course, Jamie Foxx's character go into this afterlife, this purgatory, I guess you could say. It's a very well-deserved win, and honestly, I can see it winning at the Oscars as well. Alrighty, now we're getting into Best Screenplay in a Motion Picture, and that went to Aaron Sorkin for The Trial of the Chicago 7. That was a very safe pick. That wouldn't be my pick. My pick was definitely Emerald Fennell. She wrote the best screenplay, and it just so happened to be the best original screenplay of 2020 for Promising Young Woman, and it's a shame that we did not see a win here for her. I don't think the Oscar chances are too strong anymore. I think Aaron Sorkin definitely takes this at the Oscars as well, but I didn't care for it. I mean, I do like the movie, don't get me wrong, but the pick here was very, again, safe, and those are always boring to me. And for Best Director in a Motion Picture, no surprise here for me, guys. Chloe Zhao won for Nomadland. That's a movie that I saw this year, even though I'm still counting it as a 2020 movie because it did its little festival circuit last year. It is a very good film, okay? It took my breath away in some moments, and Chloe Zhao's direction was perfect here. So yes, it's a very well-deserved win, even though I would have loved to see Regina King win for One Night in Miami, but I believe that a Best Director award is in her near future. She's just so excellent. But also shout out to Emerald Fennell for getting nominated for Promising Young Woman. 3 women in this Best Director category, and I can't wait to see this renaissance continue to play out. I mean, there are so many wonderful women in Hollywood directing amazing films that deserve to get recognized. And then we have Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role in Any Motion Picture, and that went to Jodie Foster for The Moratorium. Guys, I didn't think that would happen. I mean, she is clearly an excellent actress, but this is a huge upset. One of the biggest upsets of the night. Not the biggest, but one of the biggest upsets. And I thought it would go to Glenn Close. Kind of glad that, you know, she got recognized, but the rest of that film is just a total mess. It's impressive that Jodie Foster beat out Amanda Seyfried, who was the best part of Mank. Then you had Olivia Colman in the same category. Like, guys, I don't know what happened, but Jodie Foster won, and I'm seeing The Moratorium this week. My review is supposed to drop Tuesday, so I'm wondering if she really does deliver that awards-worthy performance. I bet she does. Like, she's so excellent, so I can't wait to see her in that film. And then for Best Picture Foreign Language, a very controversial category, and I say that because Minari won, and I'm so happy that it got recognized. Director Lee Isaac Chung gave an amazing speech, but this is an American film, so it deserved to compete in the Best Picture Drama category at this year's Golden Globes. It's a shame. I hope the Academy sees the error in their ways and then will course correct, hopefully, for the Oscars and place it not only in Best International Feature Film, but also give it the chance to compete in Best Picture. It deserves it. And I'm glad it won. The entire cast and crew is excellent, and I can't wait to hopefully see them rack up some more wins at this year's Oscars. And then for Best Motion Picture Animated, we had Soul, the big winner here. It competed with Over the Moon, Onward, The Croods: A New Age, and Wolfwalkers. I thought if not Soul, definitely Wolfwalkers. And Soul winning, it's a shoo-in. I think it wins as well at the Oscars. No surprise there. I am happy for Ken Powers, Jamie Foxx. I think they deserve to be recognized for the amazing work that they did in that film. So Soul getting a win, not surprising. But it is going to be one of those films that will stick around. It'll have that momentum going into the Oscars, and it does win in the Oscars as well. And then moving on to our next category, where we had another shocking win here. Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. I thought Andy Samberg would win for Palm Springs. He gives an amazing performance alongside Kristen Milioti, and I figured he would take home the prize here, but instead Sacha Baron Cohen takes it home for Borat's subsequent movie film. This film was an enigma. I don't know how I even finished production in this climate, not only because of the pandemic, but also because of this current political climate here in the United States. All I gotta say is his acceptance speech here was awesome. I love Sacha Baron Cohen. I'm glad he got the win, and I can't wait to see if he'll make a splash at this year's Oscars. Now in this category, Best Performance by an Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy, I gotta say something here, guys. I really thought that Maria Bakalova was gonna take home the win for Borat's subsequent movie film. It made sense to me, seeing as this is her breakout role, and also she commanded one of the most disgusting and newsworthy scenes of the entire year with her and Rudy Giuliani in that hotel room. But instead, Rosamund Pike won for I Care a Lot. Marla Grayson, are you kidding me, guys? That character is really good. I liked her in the film. I thought I Care a Lot was a big mess. I mean, you can find me talking more about that in my review. But I was shocked. I did not think Rosamund Pike would get it here. I don't even know if she gets nominated at this year's Oscars. But what I will say is that, well, it's well deserved. She was the best part of the film. I don't know if that necessarily was enough to give her the leg up on Maria Bakalova, for example, but it was either Maria Bakalova or Rosamund Pike. Those are the only two nominees that I would have been happy with winning. Everyone else, okay. But honestly, I'm super happy for Rosamund Pike. She deserves it. Her performances in the past have been great, and I'm glad she got her due here. So moving on to Best Motion Picture in a Musical or Comedy, Borat's subsequent movie film won this one, and I could not believe it. I actually said wow out loud because, guys, Borat won a Golden Globe. That's incredible. I thought that Hamilton would win it here, even though I don't really consider it a motion picture. I'm glad that music didn't get it. Sorry guys, just not a fan of that film. No. So I'm okay with Borat winning it here. What a night for Borat, Sacha Baron Cohen, and everyone involved. It's incredible. Then you had the category that made me the most emotional, Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture Drama. Riz Ahmed, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Hopkins, Gary Oldman, and Tahir Rahim were nominated. Guys, I picked Chadwick, and I'm so glad he won because he did give one of, if not the best performances of 2020 with his performance in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Guys, his wife accepting that award just like completely broke me. Taylor Simone Ledward just gave an amazing speech here, and I'm so glad that she was able to go ahead and deliver words that touched everyone's heart. And what I think this award does is give Chadwick Boseman the clear go-ahead to winning Best Actor at this year's Oscars. I don't think there's any other choice because he is the best. I mean, we've yet to see the nominees, but guys, I'm just giving it to him now. And then in the biggest upset of the night, Best Performance by an Actress in a Motion Picture Drama, Andra Day for The United States vs. Billie Holiday ended up winning. If you ask me, I was pretty darn happy. This is kind of why you tune into these award shows. You want to see the big upsets, the shocker kind of picks. And boy, Andra Day just blew everyone away. Nobody knew that would happen. She was going up against someone who I thought would actually win here, Frances McDormand. Not saying she was my pick, but I thought that she would win for Nomadland. Even Viola Davis for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I figured she might be a shoo-in, and she still might for the Academy Awards, but Andra Day winning here in this category was huge. Her acceptance speech was beautiful, but man, no one saw this coming, including myself. But again, this is why you tune in. You want to see these upsets. And then in the big award of the night, Best Motion Picture Drama, we had The Father, Mank, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, and The Trial of the Chicago 7. Let me tell y'all, I'm so happy that Nomadland won because Chloe Zhao again directed one of the best films of 2020, you guys. I was so darn floored by the entire film, and it really is worthy of a Best Motion Picture win here. I think it does win that at the Oscars. Nomadland, in my opinion, I think is going to be the big winner. They're going to get the big categories, maybe not all the technical categories, but they're going to get these Best Motion Pictures, Best Director, maybe even a Best Actress, because I think the Academy will skew towards Frances McDormand, but I do believe that Chloe Zhao is going to take home some awards for Nomadland, and the film overall, so worthy of a win here. So there you have it, guys. Those are some of the major awards winners and losers at this year's Golden Globes, but I want to know what you guys have to say about it. I was relatively happy. There were some wins, of course, that I just kind of thought were a little too safe, like Aaron Sorkin's win, but I do think that everyone that won was worthy of a win. That's the thing. See, I look at John Boyega, I look at Daniel Kaluuya, I look at Andra Day, I look at Chloe Zhao, and I'm so darn happy. Some new ground's being broken here, so let's just hope the Hollywood Foreign Press Association kind of gets on board here and starts allowing black voters to be included in this entire judging panel, and I'm just hoping we see some change in the next Golden Globes. But guys, I want to know what you have to say, so get loud in the comments below and smash that like button. And if you haven't already, hit the big red button below and tap on the bell so you don't miss out on my Oscars coverage as we get closer to that date. Alrighty, y'all, I need to go get ready for this week. It's about to be a busy one. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening.